Bring you back to Hillsborough County and what we are seeing as the bay has, risen, and as we've seen that storm surge, we saw very early on how it was impacting Bayshore Boulevard. Yep. And Malik Rankin is joining us now live. I think Malik and Hannah have been moving all over. Okay, you are just off Bayshore, right, on Swan?
Yeah, we're just off of Swan, right up against Bayshore here, that flooding behind me. And if we can even show here, we've got some people who are kayaking through these waters. Courtney, we heard you talking about, why it's not important to be walking through these waters, the concern for contamination, marine life, other elements in here when you just really don't know what you're wading through here. And if we look over to these white townhomes here, we just talked to one of the homeowners here who you can see the tarp he has up on his garage. You can see those sandbags lined up. And thankfully, they did the job, and you can see just how high those waters rose. I want you guys to hear from him really quick. We've got some video to show you if we can get that pulled up.
This is probably one of the worst that I've seen here in the South Tampa Bay area. But
all right, if we're able to get that, we'd love to be able to show you guys some of what the
sets you back a little bit. Struggling too because my flood insurance just canceled me, but fortunately I have flood insurance coverage for another week, which is good. But yeah, it's a little disheartening and it's nerve-wracking, but we'll get through it.
And while we're on Bayshore here, seeing what people are dealing with, just 20 minutes ago, the City of Tampa's emergency assessment crews were out here. They had drones in this area. They're getting an aerial view. And also, it's helping them to understand what roadways are open. Davis Islands was inaccessible, but they're saying through the video they were able to capture through the drones. They're looking at side roads, workarounds, so that they're able to get crews back and forth. And right now, the City of Tampa tells us it's a waiting game for these waters to recede. We can even show you a little bit down here of all of the debris that has been brought up into the road because of the storm surge that's come through here. And we can see this flooding continuing here. This is Brevard Avenue, also connects down through to Bayshore here. You can see just how deep this water gets. Look at that stop sign down on the end, how high these waters have been. People walking through it, people kayaking through it. We've seen cars that have been stalled out through it from drivers testing their luck. But for now, you guys, I'm going to send it back to you two in the studio. We'll continue our coverage. We'll be passing it off to our other 10 Tampa Bay colleagues who are going to be throughout this area. Courtney.
Yeah, and Malik, we have to remember too, it also has a current. It's not still water. It's not a lake that you're kayaking on. This has current to it as well.
It does. We saw not too long ago a dad with his son on a paddleboard, and these waters are moving. These winds are still coming through, and you don't want to test your luck when you just don't know how strong it might be and how the weather might turn in this area. Absolutely.